Today we're going to show you how to install coilovers on your Mark 7 generation or 2015 to 2021 Volkswagen Golf. We all know working on cars can be dangerous, so please read this disclosure and always follow proper safety procedures and consult a professional mechanic if you are uncertain about any aspect of the installation. Starting at the front, pop off your lug nuts and go ahead and remove the wheel. Remove the nut attaching the top of your sway bar end link and remove it from the strut. This should be done at both the front driver and passenger sides of the vehicle before continuing past this point. And next, remove this bolt securing your brake line. Then have a friend hold the brake pedal down while you remove the axle bolt. This will likely require some force, so please use caution. Next, remove the nut and bolt that secures the bottom of the strut in the knuckle. Then remove the bottom mounts of both sway bar end links. To make this easier, have a friend pull down on the opposing side of the sway bar while you remove the bottom nut securing the sway bar end link. Now remove the 3 nuts securing the lower control arm to the ball joint. Now we're going to remove the strut from the pinch mount in the knuckle. First, insert a strut spreader tool into the back opening of the pinch mount and rotate it 90 degrees. Then have a friend pull down on the lower control arm and remove the front portion of the axle from the knuckle. This should allow you to work the knuckle assembly low enough to remove the strut from the pinch mount. Then, moving to the top of the vehicle, go ahead and remove the weather trim along the top edge of the windshield cowl, and then these 2 body clips on either side of the vehicle. At this point, you should be able to lift the windshield cowl and get access to the 3 strut top mount bolts. Remove these while someone supports the strut assembly from underneath, then carefully remove it from the car. Using your old strut assembly as a rough reference point, you can set the height of your new Raceland coilovers as shown. Just make sure the bottom collar and 2 top collars are locked tight. Now go ahead and put the coilover in and push the studs up through the 3 upper strut mount holes in the chassis. We recommend getting a friend to help line up the studs and holes to get the nuts started. Now we can just work in reverse order and start putting everything back together. Replace the 2 body clips and weather stripping. Reinstall the front part of the axle into the splines of the hub. We found it helpful to partially thread the axle bolt to hold the axle in place while you work the coilover into the pinch mount. This can be difficult, so it also helps to have a floor jack to support the hub assembly underneath and to apply pressure to get the coilover seated all the way. Then go ahead and pass the bolt back through the pinch mount and thread the nut back on. You can now replace the 3 nuts securing the lower control arm to the ball joint, reattach the brake line bracket, and torque your axle bolt down to spec. Then go ahead and install your new shortened sway bar end links. If you'd like more information on how these work, there is a video linked below, but all you need to know is that your primary purpose with the shortened adjustable end link is to ensure that your sway bar or end link does not contact any other suspension or driveline components. Finally, go ahead and replace the wheel, and let's move on to the rear. Remove the rear wheel and set it aside. Then just make sure to support the lower control arm from underneath with a jack or other support and remove the 2 bolts from the lower strut and knuckle, and finally the last one here for the sway bar end link. With these removed, you can safely lower the control arm with your jack and remove the spring. Then remove all fasteners holding the inner fender liner and remove it from the vehicle. Underneath, you'll find 2 bolts securing the top of the strut to the chassis. Remove these and you can go ahead and pull out the rear strut. We're going to be reusing the OEM top mounts and hardware, so go ahead and remove it from the old strut by taking off the dust cap, top nut, and then the piston rod dust cover. Then feed your new Raceland strut in and assemble everything in reverse order. Please remember, never use vice grips or any other tool to hold the piston rod when reinstalling the top mounts on your new Raceland struts. Doing so will void the lifetime warranty for improper installation. Then we can just work in reverse order again. Reinstall the strut and 2 top mount bolts, replace the inner fender liner, pull your lower control arm down and install the spring with the threaded mount oriented on top. Place the lower mount spacers on either side of the strut and hold in place as you jack your lower control arm back up and secure the 2 bolts to the lower strut and the knuckle. Then the 3rd bolt in the back securing your rear end links. Pop the wheel back on and give yourself a pat on the back because you just installed coilovers on your Mark 7 Golf. As always, if you have any questions, we're happy to help. You can reach us at 801-365-1440 or at info@raceland.com.